Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Teach Better Today morning show where the Teach Better team gets to join you live every single morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern, currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Shout out to those of you listening on Teach Better Talk podcast. We always appreciate you guys subscribing, throwing a rating and review up there. I don't know, it's always cool to like have our podcast continue to grow since it's been around, I don't know, since 2018-ish, who knows. Anywho, well, it is Monday morning. Everybody needs to get going for the amazing week ahead. No time to snooze. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Ray Hughart. I have the one and only Katie Miglin with me. Katie, what's your middle name?
Marie.
Oh, I was going to say Marie and I chickened out. Katie Marie Miglin. That's a cute name.
That's not my actual name.
Well, Katie's not your actual name. Right. Katie Marie Miglin. It's actually Catherine Marie Miglin.
Yeah, but we don't like to tell people that.
You don't look like a Catherine.
I've never been called a Catherine.
Like even in your like childhood?
Nope.
So you literally, they wrote like Catherine on the birth certificate and they turned to you and they were like, sup, Katie.
I think so. That's what my parents told me. The only people who have ever called me Catherine are like doctors because that's what's on my chart.
Yes. Do you correct them? Are you somebody who'd be like, hey, listen, I go by Katie?
Every time I'm like, I go by Katie because I don't identify with Catherine at all.
Couldn't people call you like Kath or Kathy?
I had a surgeon when I was a kid who'd called me Kathy.
Yeah.
Do I look like a Kathy?
No.
Nope. Never been called any of those. Just Katie. Every once in a while, like I get called Kate.
Kate?
Okay. Yeah, like my family will sometimes call me Kate because it's faster. Like when I played sports, that's what coaches would call me sometimes because it was quicker to yell.
It still works though. Like Kate could be short for Katie, as if Katie was your real name and they went with Kate.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're the same way. Have you always gone by Ray? No, your parents call you Rachel.
Yeah, no, my full name is Rachel. I went by Rachel until honestly, okay, so I just talked about this with my family because somebody just asked me, it's maybe my grandma. So I didn't intentionally go to Ray, but social media helped me transition to Ray because I never really liked Rachel. I always loved Ray. And only a few people called me that. The joke is that my mom called me Rachel, but wanted me to go by Ray. And then like it never stuck when I was a kid. So Rachel it was. And then when I got a Facebook and went to college, my Facebook name was Ray. And when you're connecting with people in the dorms,
right,
they just like go by whatever's on Facebook. So it literally was like a night and day shift where there was only a few friends in high school that called me Ray. And then when I went to college, it was like Rachel no more. No one even knew.
That's so crazy. I didn't realize it was so late in life.
It was. Yeah. Rachel was. It's weird though, because I don't even remember going by Rachel. Like it feels like a whole different lifetime.
But your dad calls you Rachel.
The only people that call me Rachel in my life right now, including family members, is my father and my rabbi.
Okay, so your sister calls you Ray.
Like my sister, my mom, my grandma, all my cousins. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even feel weird. Like, yeah, they all now call me Ray. Yeah, everybody does.
That's crazy. Yeah, my sister, we both have full names. Like I'm Catherine, she's Elizabeth, but we all still refer to her as Elizabeth. And everyone in her life outside of our family calls her Beth. And so it's interesting because I'll be with her friends and I will like reference her and her friends are always like, why did she just call her that? Like, but that's literally, I mean, obviously I have 100 like nicknames for her, but yeah, it is like, it's interesting that your whole family has shifted rather than sticking with Rachel.
Yeah. I wish I had more of a memory. I think I have a terrible memory. Does anyone else in the comments just feel like chunks of time? You're like, I don't even remember a moment of that. So
I think
I don't remember.
It was called COVID.
I guess, but like mine, I have no memory of like my high school years really. Like I don't know, but yeah, I don't remember when the shift happened for my family. I don't remember any of my family calling me Rachel. They've called
That's
me
so
Ray.
funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
So,
I do want to know if this is like a thing. Like people drop in the comments if you are someone that has a full name but have always gone by a shortened name,
right.
or if you are someone who like I don't know. I guess like I just want to hear about like name stories. Like, did
Yeah.
you have a name that you were like I did never really like that, so I like took a different name as an adult? I mean, we know people who go by their middle name.
Yes. Okay, so that's interesting. My dad's always gone by his middle name. Nobody knows my dad's first name.
Yeah.
And then my middle name's Anne, and
Mhm.
I do have one person who calls me Ray Ann with like a little country twang. So yeah, it's so interesting how names work. If you were in a fire and somebody yelled your full name, would you even think to turn around? Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably.
yeah, I just feel like if somebody says Rachel, I'm assuming they're not talking about me. Like there's
What about when I yell at you and I call you Rachel?
I guess that's fair.
I do though. I think this is so interesting because when obviously we just had a baby and like the name game is such a big part of it.
Oh
But
yeah.
then when you like talk to someone who's like an adult and they're like, "Oh yeah, I was named this, but I go by this." It's like, "Well, then why did I just spend 4 months analyzing a name that may or may not be used in 30 years?" I don't know.
Hazel's cute though. You and your husband did a really good job picking like Stella, Harper, and Hazel are so cute.
Thank you, but like what if they're in like 35 and they're like, "I don't really like Harper. I'm going to go by
She could go
Todd."
by her middle name, Anne,
She could go by Anne. Yeah.
because we're like twin sisters, so we have the same middle name. Harper, your oldest and I are going to be best friends, and you're going to be left out. I just want to be clear.
I mean, she thinks you're the coolest person in the world, so
She's like who I want to be when I grow up. Like,
I kind of think she thinks you're a celebrity because she sees you so much on a screen.
no,
And
like
then when you're here, she's like, she's so cool. And I'm like,
no.
she's like a normal person, right?
The moment she like gets old, like the moment she goes to college and has like mom weekends, like I'm gonna be there
Yeah.
every time. Like you'll maybe be invited. I just
Well, I'll be there, but then I'll go back to the hotel and go to bed, and like you'll go out with her
exactly.
because you'll be the cool one for sure.
Exactly.
Hey, we have a
And
really fun topic today. Can we get into it?
I'm sorry, I'm like super distracted by names. But yes, excited to hear all of your name stuff. I'm gonna click the commercial that we didn't do on Friday that everybody
Oh, thank
missed.
you. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to our Team Talk segment of Teach Better Today morning show. Katie has a plan.
I do.
So,
It's
Catherine,
called,
go ahead.
I should never have told you these things. Okay, it's called Team Talk, and I want to be very literal with it today.
Yeah.
And, we just had the 12-hour, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I'm still like reeling in the like
Wait,
feelings.
it was literally like just a little over 7 days ago. It wasn't weeks ago.
Last year when we had the 12.
It was like maybe 9 days ago, maybe.
Okay, fine. When we had the 12-hour this month, I'm still like reeling in how great our team was because I know, you guys like act like I do a lot, but really we couldn't have put it on without every member of our team. And I was like, we don't shout out our team in its entirety enough. Like we do shout outs of like, oh, hey, you do this thing. We're super appreciative. But like, I'm like, team talk. Let's today literally talk about our team.
Yeah, like who's on the Teach Better team? What do they do?
Okay, can we just go through the list and like,
Sure.
I have my list up too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where did you go to get your list?
General Awesomeness in our base camp.
Oh, that's very smart. No, I went to teachbetter.com and clicked on meet the team. So I like have like their headshots and stuff.
Okay, so you like went where other people can go. I just went where the backside of it is.
Yeah, if any of you want to see who's on the Teach Better team, and or by the way, there's also like you can read the team bios of like who everybody is and all that fun stuff. You can see that over at teachbetter.com and just go to like about like meet the team.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to start with Amanda.
Oh, you're going like way out of like you're not going to go in like an order that makes sense to me at all. Sure, let's go with Amanda. I love Amanda.
Oh, I think because mine's in alphabetical order.
Alphabetical by first name.
Yeah, that's what a base camp I think is doing.
Yeah, see, I have Chad at the top here on this side. So yeah,
Oh.
let's go with Amanda. I love Amanda. Amanda's amazing. Friends, if you don't know Amanda, she for sure has been live, but has not really been a forward face of the team for the last few years, just because I feel like she's just so busy. But she's a full-time teacher. Like she's like a baller, full-time educator, doing amazing things. And I believe that her role on our team is a huge element of our culture, personally.
100%. So for those of you who don't know, Amanda Bolin is one of our team members who's been with us forever. She does all, okay, I'm going to say this, but then I'm going to clarify. She does like all the warm and fuzzies. So
all of them.
Yeah. So she does like the postcards for birthdays. She sends like, if something happens in someone's life, it's so nice because we can just send Amanda a message and be like, hey, I know I'm working with this person. They are experiencing this. Can you send a card or can you like shoot them an email or something? Like she does all the things that deal with our community and us. Like she sends us our, postcards. She sends all of our kids postcards.
Yep.
She makes sure she's got everyone's birthdays figured out. We do like monthly updates for our teams and she includes all of that, including our speakers network, birthdays and celebrations. Like she does all the things that bring like positivity and joy to our team. And we love her for that because she's so, so good at it.
And for her, it's like, okay, so we had a period of time that we like weren't sure how we were going to like financially support our team. I know a lot of you were a part of that last year with the check scheme scandal. She was somebody that was like, I don't care if you can pay me. I love my job. Like she is so just generous, giving, and loves that her role is to make people happy. And like, who doesn't love getting mail? Who doesn't love like getting a surprise little love note? So huge shout out to Amanda being a full-time teacher, giving to the Teach Better family on a consistent basis. If you've ever received anything from the team, there's like a 99% chance it came from Amanda making that happen. So it's my favorite.
Absolutely.
She's amazing. She was at the Teach Better, like she's just like go search her. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. She's a great educator.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Andrea.
Oh my God. Talk about OGs. So Amanda was like the first grid method teachers that I had ever met. And Andrea, talk about an OG. She's been around for so long. She was the creator with Megan Hosey, the creator of our ambassador program. And she was a middle school teacher. Now she's with the team. And like, talk about a energetic, loving like person. Holy moly. I don't even know what her title is.
Here I can look. It shows up. She's a training and development specialist, which is like doesn't even include all the things she does. Like you said,
because she created the ambassador program, and then she also
runs it.
Yeah, obviously, totally makes that like happen, and she like manages the academy. So I feel like those are two very different roles that she has been a part of.
Right. And I don't know if anybody notices. I do because I just think she's a rock star. She has 2 young kids at home that she's managing. She teaches dance, and she is in the comments on almost every live that we have. And honestly, there's times that I'm like, Andrea doesn't sleep. Like she'll like literally text our team and be like, hey, I've got a sick kid, but then still does 8,000 things throughout the day. And it's like, Andrea, you're amazing. I want to be like you when I grow up.
And her husband's a doctor who works like insane hours. Like shout out to Kyle, amazing husband, but like also works like an insane schedule. Cause I don't know where he is necessarily in his role, but I know for a period of time he was in the ICU, and like this guy is saving lives, but also very much like in his like work world for a big chunk of his life. So she does
it's amazing how much that they can balance and how much she does for our team. And she's like so positive. Like I just want to say, like, throughout my maternity leave, she would still check on me randomly. You know, she'd like text me like, "Hey mama, how are things going?" She checked on me like the morning of the 12 hours. She was like, "Good luck today. I'm super excited." Like, she's
So nice.
so personal and thinks so much of others. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna say it again. I want to be like her when I grow up. So
Yeah,
thank you,
Andrea
Andrea.
is literally the nicest human. And she's like a great educator, which like makes me mad. You shouldn't have all these great qualities.
Like, can you not be good at one area of your life, please? Like, can you drop the ball on something?
Yeah, Andrea, today's the day. Drop the ball.
Right.
It's
Like,
also really funny. We didn't mention that. She makes me laugh all the time. I don't know.
I know. Okay, so we have to, I guess, get through some of these. We can skip over us, I guess, because we have a
Yeah,
lot of
we have
team
to skip
members.
over.
Right.
We have to skip
Brad.
over.
Where do we start with Brad?
Oh my God, Brad Hughes. Okay, so he's also a training development specialist. And Brad essentially lives for my entertainment when he's on camera. Like, I was like, I don't know what Brad does. He does help with the podcast network, but literally, I feel like he's employed on the team because I love his personality and we just want him on camera on a constant basis.
Okay, but in all seriousness, 100% agree. Like, his text game, his message game, all that is so strong. It makes you laugh every time.
Wow. Yeah.
But Brad is completely mindful of his capacity, which is inspiring because he knows when things are busy at work to step away from, you know, different projects, but he always maintains the relationship. And he's he's a go-to person when he's like, "Hey, I want to try this. I've already prepped all the steps. What do you guys think?" Like, he just is so innovative with that type of stuff, but
Oh, and
always does it like,
we can mention that he's like a full-time principal in an elementary school.
but that's what I mean. Like, he's literally has a full-time job that is like exhausting and takes a ton of his time and energy as a
Yeah.
full-time principal. But then he
Mhm.
still like does the Sunday show. He still like constantly is connecting with us, with people on our network, and like will step up on projects as he can. You know, it's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm on break right now. I would love to like do this project." And it's like, it's amazing that he gives so much of his time and is like the nicest person. Like,
Yeah, I
literally, I
didn't
feel like
phrase
we say the nicest person about everyone on our team, honestly, but
not you. I
it's
wouldn't say that about you, but yeah, Brad for
that's true. I
sure.
wouldn't say it about you either.
Yeah, I did not phrase it well early on, but like literally if Brad just was on camera constantly, my life would be complete. Like that's I
Yeah,
don't
like, can he just like be in our ear as like a, you know, like, I don't know,
like my personal life
commentating our
coach,
day?
commentating
Yeah.
the day. That's exactly what I want. In my opinion, he's like the best on camera. I love
And
Brad Hughes.
so dang smart and so funny. Like it's like a
See,
perfect like coupleship of
that, that's what I want to complain about. He's artistic, he's funny, he's so handsome, he's smart, he's
wait,
full-time job.
can we give him a shout out for his
His
business that
business.
he's got, his like side gig? He makes signs.
Yeah, as
What is
if
the
Teach
name of
Better
it?
wasn't as if Teach Better wasn't his side gig, he has another side gig where
Yeah, and
he's
it's gonna bug me because I can literally like see the name in my head, but I can't think of the name
isn't
of
it
it.
like
But
something
it's
about like it's personal or something?
yes, thank you. Yes. Now it's personal. If you have not seen his work, go either find Brad or find that website, Facebook, Instagram, it's all over. He is so talented. He's been working, like doing woodworking, and it's so amazing.
Okay, we did mention that he's like also married with kids. So like I don't know how he does it. I don't understand.
I quit. Okay, let's move on because I just, at this point, I'm actually going to be at the end, be like, wow, my life is pretty
Yeah.
basic. So,
Maybe this wasn't healthy to do because all I'm doing is like, wow, these people are amazing.
okay,
What am I doing with my life?
Bree literally runs so much on the back end. She has been on lives. She shares her insights. She does a ton for the world of education. I know she shared some of that on our 12-hour live. If you did not check out her segment, go back and check it out because she shared awesome books. She is an author now, almost times two. She's got her second book
No,
coming out here soon.
isn't it times 3? I think this is her third.
Is it?
I don't
Either
know.
way,
Either
she's an
way.
author.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's a mom to two amazing boys who like she's super active. I mean, literally, like either there's two things with Brie. She has more hours in the day than an average person, or she
Yeah.
just doesn't sleep. That's it.
The other thing that you didn't mention is that she also just took over our speakers network and will be helping facilitate our speakers network being out into the world of education more prominently. So, no big deal on her free time.
Here's
And
the
she's a
takeaway.
teacher. She's a teacher full time.
Here's the takeaway, you guys.
You didn't even mention that. Like, you listed all these things.
I said she's a phenomenal educator. I just didn't say she's like literally most of her day is teaching the youth of America. Here's the takeaway. We're not even halfway done with our team. And you're going to find one common theme is that everyone on our team does so much.
I feel like that's not always seen by our community, that it takes so much to run the shenanigans that many of you experience. And so much of this is by people that are doing this as their second or third or fourth or fifth role in their day, which is insane to me. Yeah.
Okay. Can we do the next two kind of fast? Because everyone knows how awesome they are.
Good luck.
Chad Ostrowski, Jeff Gargis.
Okay. Co-owners, co-founders. And
the reason we're all here.
The reason we're here, because they're the founders. And if they didn't exist, then, we wouldn't be here. Both with families, both married, both working with Teach Better full time, both putting in too many hours. And if they would please take a vacation, I would very much appreciate it. Essentially, when you look at our ownership team, like Jeff runs all the businessy, ugly, gross stuff. Chad runs all the training stuff. And not sure. Colors? I play with colors.
Marketing. Yeah. They also are like the nicest people ever. Like if you're having a bad day, they're like, okay, well, maybe not to you, but they're really nice to me. Like I remember one day I texted and I was like, Matt's sick, baby was up all night. I'll be on in a few minutes, or I'm running late. And Jeff immediately messaged me individually and was like, just take the morning, like take whatever time you need, just focus on your family. And that is like so apparent with those two, is that they genuinely want everyone on the team to like take care of themselves. And it really shows on the productivity of our team. I'm like, that's huge.
You're right. That is not mentioned enough, that Chad and Jeff are both people before work. And 100%. That is like, I forget that is so rare, that you're right. At a moment's notice, there isn't any sort of, ugh, Katie, but we really needed you. Like none of that. Yes. And you're
Chad
right.
does all that. Like Chad does all of our training, and he is so good about always texting or calling before he books you to say, what will family life look like? Yeah. Like, can you step away? Is it okay to like do this trip? It's a little longer. So we know all the businessy stuff. I mean, you guys see a lot of the things that they do, but like, that's the side that we really love and appreciate as well, because that's the things that you don't see. Okay. We're literally not even halfway through.
I'm sorry, but you do assume that somebody who's running a business that's almost a decade old, with the struggles that we've gone through, that their mindset should be more business focused. But you're right. They are so dedicated to like human first. That is super rare. I'm glad that we got to highlight that. That's important.
Yeah. Okay. Joshua Stamper, dad of 100 kids, husband, runs Mastermind, has his own Aspire to Lead podcast and brand, works
he also
the podcast network,
does the Creator Club. He does our swag. He does a ton of artwork for our team. He trains, he keynotes. He's also calm and weird.
He's like my therapist.
He's so like, I feel like you can call Josh and he'll be like, oh, I'm so angry right now. And you're like, no, you're not, Josh.
What was it? Where was the time that Josh said he was really mad about something? And we were like, oh yeah, you seem really upset. And he was like the most even keeled ever.
The only time I've ever seen Josh mad, and this is only because he told us, I didn't actually see it, was he doesn't like when people are not treated well. Like Josh feels very strongly about like people always being respected and like kind to one another. And there was a moment I could remember vividly where we were on a call and he was like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't be more angry right now. And I was like, Josh, that's not what it sounds like when I'm mad. But he's like the most calm, amazing, nice, smart human being. I just give such
And
mad respect for him.
he genuinely cares about people. Like you can just tell, like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like a lot of our team is that way where they like will go out of their way to text you or check on you. But Josh, again, is someone I just don't think he sleeps well. If you ask him, he does. He's tired, so maybe he doesn't. But like he does so much and also pours into his family and the people he cares about, like in his life so well that it's
Yeah, I mean,
just
he literally in his household has everywhere from a 2-year-old to high schoolers and everything in
Mhm.
between. So
And
yeah,
like
and
multiple animals.
oh my God, I forgot about the 3 dogs and everything else. We also didn't mention that his wife's a nurse who like works crazy hours.
Right. Like there are many times, shout out to Josh, who he has gone on a trip with our team, come home and his wife has left for work. And then he's like been with kids for several days. Well, like sometimes we come home and we're able to like rest for a little bit after a long trip. He doesn't get that typically. So, I mean, it like he's amazing and he makes it look so easy. It's
He
impressive.
does. Yeah, I want to if I could make it look as easy as Josh makes it look, like that would be like
No
long-term
kidding.
goal. Yeah, for sure.
Carrie Pitstick.
Oh, Carrie, she's been with the team for so long. She literally runs our blog department. Anything you see from the blog department is Carrie organizing, facilitating, making happen. She is a full-time teacher, a full-time teacher. I want to say math and ELA this year.
Yep.
And yeah, and also like not only makes the blog in terms of it, the blog's publishing, but also manages the blogging network, which is full of educators that are sharing their ideas on a continuous basis from all around the world. Carrie is unreal. She's also so funny. Like, I don't think there's a more interesting human than Carrie Pitstick in my.
Yeah, for sure. I was so happy that we got to hang out with her, yes, at the conference, but also at our retreat, which was honestly getting to hang out with a lot of our team there. But like, she was one that I hadn't really interacted with a ton until our retreat. And I was like, you were so fun. Like, this is
Yeah.
great. But she's awesome. And she's like a workhorse, but like in a way that it's almost contagious. Like when I see that Carrie's doing work, I'm like, oh, I should get on and do a couple things, like even though it's
Well,
a random hour of the day.
because she's running our blog department and she's teaching full time. She also coaches like 3 sports
Yeah.
and
And
she
super
dog
active in
sits.
her district. Yeah.
She's super active and she dog sits. She does all this work. I mean, yeah, Carrie is unreal. And she's close with her family. Like I love that she like loves her family so much. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Carrie's amazing. I don't know what we do without her.
Yeah. Right. Megan Polkey, newer team member,
We
trainer, full-time
remember.
teacher.
Yes, we can celebrate her quickly. She's a special education full-time educator.
Yep.
Been with the team. She's brand new. She's doing
Mhm.
training and just like creating new content. And there is but she's like the what's the rabbit with the battery? You know what I'm talking
Oh, yes.
about?
Energizer Bunny.
Energizer Bunny. That's who she is. That if you want
Mhm.
to know who the Bunny is, it's Megan Polkey. She talks a mile a minute. She's so smart. She was just on our Sunday show.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
She's like so baller, like
Okay,
phenomenal.
we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get
Okay,
Rachel
go.
Jensen. Rachel Jensen.
Oh, my
Rachel Jensen is
amazing.
probably the number one person who no one knows about other than we randomly mention her. She is Ray's assistant. She's the only one that can get Ray to do her job because the rest of
When
us
she
have
says she's my assistant, that's like not actually her title. She's the director of marketing, but she literally makes my life possible.
And when I say she's Ray's assistant, I really just mean she bosses Ray around. Like literally
Yes.
at the retreat, Ray had built up that she's like, yeah, well, Rachel like told me I needed to do this task. And so we all had in our head that Rachel was like, just like a strong-willed
Dictator.
person. And then she shows up to the retreat and we're like, this super sweet, quiet spoken person is the person who bosses you around. Like, Rachel, teach us your ways. But
Oh my God.
she's so nice. She's a full-time grad student right now. She
In speech
is,
pathology.
yes, like it's a rigorous curriculum that she's working through. But always available. I mean, I can send her a message at 5 a.m. or at 10 o'clock at night, and she immediately responds and fixes like anything she puts out, all of our social media stuff. And she's literally like I would say the most behind the scenes person, because she does not want the limelight. She's very okay with like doing everything behind the scenes, but she does so much for our team on what everyone sees. Like her job is very forward facing, which is fantastic. And she deals with you, which really is like award winning.
Yeah, there's nothing you've seen from Teach Better that hasn't gone through Rachel, like point blank.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she's amazing and a dictator. She's amazing.
She's not a dictator. Sarah,
you guys can look her up. She's like smiley and sweet and cute. Oh my God, Sarah Jesse.
Sarah Jesse is the last one on our team, and Sarah does all of our blog images. She's a full-time educator. She also does a ton of stuff for her school, so she's super busy. Mom of 2 kids, husband who's also in education, who's getting his admin degree. So
he's a principal right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, so super busy, but also like brings so much to the world of education as a family, which is so cool. But she is also just like someone who does stuff on the back end. She's been on a few lives, but like very, very few.
And she's done a course for, if you guys have seen it in the academy, she's the female Brad. That's how I'm going to describe Sarah Jesse. If you like Brad, Sarah Jesse is an educator you should connect with. She is funny, sarcastic, insanely smart, and just like an all-around passionate, happy person. Unreal.
But also like, okay, we say connect with her, but she's also like not existent on social media, which honestly makes it funnier. So yeah, if you want to connect with her, like send her mail in the post through the post.
Like she jokes that she does, like she's like the one who like, and we're not kidding, like she can't get pictures on her phone because she like is secretly 112 and can't figure out how to do it. Like she has no skill.
You guys, she has a background, and I'm just saying this because it's so funny. She has a picture of one of our friends and myself as her background, and it's been on there for like 2 or 3 years. It's never changed. And when I asked her why, she said she can't figure out how to change it.
She's like the educator that you have to go in every morning and be like, hey, do you want me to turn on your computer for you?
But she like we're totally making fun of her. She's one of our good friends, but she like is insanely smart. She's just one of those people that's like, if it doesn't need to be in her brain, she's not going to keep it there. Like it'll get moved out because something more interesting will be there. So she's also really like cares about people. You know, she has like lists of what people's favorites are. Like if you mention on a live that you like strawberry jelly, just know on your birthday next year, she'll send you strawberry jelly. Like there was a teacher in our building, and she randomly was like, well, you know, she really likes ketchup. I'm like, how do you know that this teacher likes ketchup? She's like, she mentioned it. Ketchup's her favorite condiment. I'm like, how? I don't understand. But here's the reason that we went like way long today. If you're still with us, God bless you. If you're like, I can't, I'm sorry. But here's why it's so important that we went through everybody is when we do events like the 12-hour, like the conference, like the cruise this summer, you might only see a handful of our actual faces, but just know that there is an entire team that made these events possible, that made things just like this show possible. While we, might be live for 35 minutes on a Monday morning, there are people who are pushing it out on social media, who are advertising that it's on social media, creating the graphics and all the things. So
converting it to a podcast, making it the audio, like for sure. We make it look easy because we don't do the hard parts. There's people that like make this stuff happen. And
yes. So we just want to do a big shout out to our team because we truly, truly appreciate everyone that contributes. But also, if you are a fan of the Teach Better team, just know that you're not just a fan of the couple people that you might see. You're actually a part of a bigger family. And the biggest takeaway is that everyone's just like really genuine. So if you see something on screen, just know that those people are exactly the same way when they're not on screen. And hopefully we'll be able to be together sometime in the near future. But until then, keep connecting with us through social media and through all of our lives, because that is what brings us all together.
So fun. Thanks, everybody. Having a wonderful day. Go thank somebody that makes your life wonderful. And we'll see you next time on the Teach Better Today morning show. Hey, Teach Better community. Thank you so much for joining the Teach Better Today morning show every single weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. We have so many resources for you outside of this live stream at teachbetter.com, including blogs, podcasts, and professional development that will bring our team to your school. Wherever you are listening from this morning, please make sure you are sharing and celebrating the incredible educators in this world. And hey, if you are listening over on a podcast to Teach Better Talk, we would love a 5-star review. The comments are always so entertaining. We'll see you tomorrow.